Good morning and welcome into Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Wally Lukashenski with Kale Zomer up in the WBEV studio with you this morning. And Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering. It's also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. We got to talk a little bit about Randy and the team over at Professional Floor Covering this morning because they are here to help you design the perfect space. They have over 1,000 samples of carpet, LVP, hardwood, tile, area rugs, and window finishings, but it is so much more than floors. They have a wide selection of kitchen and bathroom countertops, cabinets, tile, shower inserts, and more. Let's talk a little bit about those cabinets, because this time of year, you know they're going to be either full with all those plates you just washed or completely empty because people are all over the house. So you got to make sure they don't only look beautiful, but they're going to want to last for years to come too. And they partner with top brands to offer unrivaled quality and craftsmanship. From traditional to modern cabinets, their cabinetry team is here to help you inspire and create your dream kitchen. Professional Floor Covering is an Abbey Design Center. You can find them at 713 Park Avenue in Beaver Dam or online at proflr.com. And I'm very excited this morning. I've already been chatting and getting carried away with Bradford and I with the Mayville Library. First of all, Bradford, thank you for joining me today. And we're already having a good little rapport here.
Thanks, Wally. It has been just a blast in what we've been talking about 15, 20 minutes already.
I know, and I was going to say we're just getting started. And I learned in that 15, 20 minutes that you're actually new over there at the Mayville Library. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey and how we did end up here?
Sure. So, I started out when I went to college, and way back in the day, far back in that last century, and went through technology. I went to technology. I was an information technology major, and did that for a number of years, and then got into technology in the education sector. Then I thought, I'm going to go back to grad school and see what they know. And I started out as a history grad student, and then I ended up shifting into library science because when I brought it together, it was a good combination of my love of history, my love of technology, and my love of knowledge and books. I love books. And so I got my degree, and I was fortunate enough to find an opening at the West Bend Library, and eventually moved my way up to the deputy directorship there, and was there for 14, almost 15 years. And then what happened was I ended up, I was thinking about, maybe moving on and seeing what to do. And what ended up happening was I ended up detaching my retina. And so I didn't have a whole lot of stuff to do because I don't know if you're familiar with it, but one of the things they do when they put your retina back together is they put a gas bubble in your eye. Oh. And when they put the gas bubble in your eye, they make you put your head down. And for anybody who's ever had a detached retina, you know what I'm talking about. They make you put your head down for a week straight so that the bubble can press against the retina to help it heal.
So your face you have to literally be down.
Straight down, yep.
And then, I imagine it's like you're only allowed to go up for restrooms or eating or something like that.
For, like the eye doctor, sometimes for eating, although I did learn how to eat without having to lift my head. Eye drops or eye doctors, things like that. But otherwise, you had to leave your head down that whole time. And so, after I learned everything about Nike shoes and flooring that you can possibly imagine, I said to myself, what else can I do? So I got to think a little bit more about what I wanted to do. And I said, maybe it's time to take that next step to the next level. And so shortly after, I was able to raise my head, and believe me, I was thinking of the song, Hold Your Head Up, right, by Argent, the whole time. But at any rate, after that, my girlfriend found some ads for some directorships, and she mentioned Mayville. And I remember I said, read that one again. And she did. And so I applied, and the board offered me an interview. I did a second interview, and the next thing you know, I am the director.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
We're 6 weeks in. To have you. 6 weeks in.
6 weeks. 6 weeks as of this Friday.
Well, okay, and obviously West Bend and Mayville, it's not like you're crossing the country, but it is a new area. So for you, 6 weeks in, what has the impressions been of the community, of the library, of the role itself?
Well, I love it, first of all. I love the whole thing. And I'm actually not a newbie in Mayville. My girlfriend actually lived in Mayville for a number of years, and irony of ironies, I would come and visit, and we would watch the new library be built. We saw it from when it was just a little hole in the ground.
You watched it grow up.
Yep. Watch it from its infancy.
That's fun. Okay, that's amazing. So you had background, obviously, in the city, but 6 weeks now, you're actually like in there every single day.
Yes.
Is the people, the environment, the role, how is that captured you so far?
Well, first of all, it's a new building, and it is wonderful to work with a new building in a new building. I mean, it's got all the latest gadgets, as it were, and it's still got that new library smell. And
hold on to that. As soon as it disappears, it's gone.
I want to capture it in a bottle or something like that. But it is just fantastic. And the crew I have, A1, absolutely A1. This is a group who we're working without a director for many months. And so I got to give a shout out to my people over there in Mayville at the Mayville Library. You guys are awesome.
It doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, they are the reason that library works. They really are.
Well, and this is obviously a very weird year in Mayville. You have the library going up. You have the other side. You have the tornado that came through. You have the high school football team that we talked about winning a state championship. A lot of craziness is going on, but that community always seems to come out of it very tight-knit.
Yeah.
And it's part of the reason why we love that we have them here in Dodge County.
Yeah.
They're wonderful neighbors of ours.
Oh, the people I've met so far are wonderful. They are great. I grew up in a small town, so it is very much like going back home in a way. It really is. Everybody knows you. You say hi. They say hi back. I mean, they don't. They're just very. What's it called? Hometown nice.
Hometown nice?
Yeah.
Oh, it's got that Midwest feel, too.
Yeah.
Coming out here from Pittsburgh was one of the first things I noticed. You guys got me hook, line, and sinker. You might be stuck with me, Bradford. But we're going to have to take a quick break. But when we come back, I do want to dive into a little bit what the director role looks like, what your day-to-day is going to be. And, of course, we got to figure out what's going on over at the Mayville Library, things we got to keep an eye on. But that'll be next here on Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Nicely done, Kale. That's why you're the best in the game. Welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering. It's also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. We're joined by Bradford Nye, the director over at Mayville Library. Now, you referenced that song in the first. I already saw Kale playing with it in the break. He had to make sure we brought it back. But Bradford, thank you again for joining me today. This has already been a blast.
This has been great. I love it. Wish we had another hour.
Well, I was going to say, be careful. I was going to say, we'll get you back on here before too long. But this is 6 months or 6 weeks in for you. And I have to ask, because this time of year, with libraries, there's usually a lot that goes on for children, too. And with the holiday season still coming up, do they have some opportunities in this next month to get involved and have some fun over there?
Yes, they do over the next couple of weeks. And I wrote this down. And Sheila, this is for you because most of these are for your department. So I want to make sure I get this right.
Fair enough.
So actually today we are going to be having a Pokemon Club at 5 to 6 tonight. And that will be run by Owen, our assistant in the youth department. Next week, on the 22nd, we're going to have a craft morning, which all supplies are provided. As it says here, just bring your imagination.
That's easy. I can do that.
I can do that too. I got a lot of imagination sometimes. The next day, this is near and dear to me, cookie decorating and dirty sodas. Actually, the cookie part's the part I really like.
What's a dirty soda? You got to help me out
dirty
here.
Soda. So I had to look this up myself because until I came to Mayville, I did not know what dirty soda. Apparently, began in Utah. And what you do is you take a soda of any kind and you add a cream, could either be half and half or anything of that nature, and then you add a flavored syrup and you mix it all together.
Yeah, that almost sounds like the old school with, like, if somebody wanted to have a Coke back in the day, they would, like, make it right there. It wasn't, like, pre-bottled for
Exactly.
you. You had to get everything thrown in there and carbonated.
You had to do the whole thing yourself. Yeah, exactly.
That's fascinating. So you have a chance to get some dirty sodas and those cookies. And
Exactly.
come on, this time of year, you need cookies.
Yeah. Well, you can never have enough cookies.
No, absolutely. Come on.
Okay.
Let's be serious here.
Exactly.
Bradford.
So, but anyway, and then we're closed the 24th and 25th, but we're open again on Friday and Saturday. But then the week after that, right before New Year's, on the 29th, and this is a fun one for me, I might even join in on this if I have time, fort building.
Fort building?
Fort building, yes. To bring your imagination and build a cozy fort. It says a fun, creative playtime for preschoolers and up, so that means and up means you can be an adult and do it too.
Make a fort and then go in there and read one of these books too.
It would be something.
Put yourself in the story. I really like that.
Yeah, it's really something. And then the next day, on the 30th, we do a beaded bracelet making.
Oh,
where
come on.
you create, a colorful bracelet using a variety of fun beads and patterns. Again, all supplies provided, ages 8 and up. And that takes us 8 and up, and that should take us out of 2025.
Well, and that's a great place to stop, too, because this is a jam-packed month. But I know that people are going to get fired up about this. They're going to really enjoy themselves. And they're going to want to know what comes up later on. So when that day comes and they want to find out what is happening at Mayville Library, you have a Facebook page that people can follow along to.
Yes, we have a Facebook page. We have 1,400 followers, so
Nicely
we
done.
keep it very well up to date. Joelle is our media specialist, so she keeps everything running. So hello, Joelle. Good morning to you. And in fact, good morning to everybody over there.
Yeah,
back
shout
in
out to Mayville Library.
Everybody at Mayville Library, you guys are great. Good morning to all of my patrons, to all of our patrons, to all of Mayville.
Nicely done.
So we've got that going for us. So, if you want to check in on what's coming up, we've got that there. We've also got our website at, I will tell you what it is, mayville.lib.wi.us.
And if you type in, for the record, if you type in Mayville Library out there in Google, it's going to be one of the first things that pop up because that's how I found it earlier. Easy peasy. You can make that work.
Just make sure you don't get Mayville, New York, because I
True.
think there's a Mayville, New York.
Very different, mind you. Yeah, we had something similar to that happen where I brought a guest on and I started looking and I'm reading it off and I'm like, that's for Kansas City. Ignore me. I'm like, all right, we're going to go back to the other one. So make sure it's Mayville, Wisconsin.
Definitely.
You'd rather want to be there anyways.
Yep.
But there's other great things that are going on. You were telling me a little during the break about there's a library of things and experience passes that we got to dive into as well.
Yes. So something kind of new, not really new, but new in the library world is this concept of library of things. Libraries are known for books. We're known for movies. We're known for music. We're known for, magazines, TV type things. But we also have created a lot of libraries, including Mayville, have created a library of things, which means exactly what it is. It is a potpourri, shall we say, of items that you can check out and use for X number of days that you probably wouldn't want to buy.
Yeah.
For example, we have a stud finder that you can check out.
So if you're just making some home repairs or you're trying to hang something up, the library is your friend.
Exactly. So where are my 2x4s, right? Exactly. We have a watt meter.
And that's not JJ Watt. We're talking about the electricity watt here.
Very much. Yep, the one you plug in. Exactly. I like that one. That was good.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, good one. We have a blood pressure cuff, maybe a couple blood pressure cuffs. You know, just you want to check your health. You can check that out. You know, and you can go with that. That's kind of cool.
Well, do yourself a favor this time of year. If you're going in, you're going to check out a book. You want to read something for the holidays. While you're there, go take a look around the library of things and kind of explore a little bit.
It is. It's fun. Well, we even have a metal detector.
Oh, come on.
So if you've lost that ring, you know, if you lost that wedding ring somewhere out in the yard and you need to find it, you come to us. We'll let you check out a metal detector, and you should be able to find it.
Well, it saved my dad when I was growing up. Lost his, ring doing some gardening. He could have gone over to the Mayville Library. He would have been set.
Well, and on top of that, and especially, I think we just had the meteor shower, you could check out a telescope.
Oh, and even if it's not meteors, just to having a telescope looking up at it. We have had great northern lights in this past calendar year or so as well. There's always something when you're looking up in the sky. You're going to see something great.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, and these are things you wouldn't want to necessarily purchase to be in your house because you don't need it every day necessarily. And that's the cool thing about Library of Things. And that's just a few of them. We have a lot more, and we plan to expand on that over time. So stay tuned. You never know what's going to show up next.
Love that. And we have to, because you are another one. It reminds me of my Uncle Jerome. You love Ancestry. And the library, you were telling me you have a fun little quib for us today because there is something to do with Ancestry over at Mayville Library that you can really dive into some really cool history.
Yes, actually, one of the things, so the Ancestry is, you can use it in the library. It's only can be used in the library. That's how our license works. But, obviously you can look up your own history of your family and that sort of thing. But one of the other things that I tried, because I was always curious to dive into it further, you can look up famous people and find out their lineage.
Find out what people have got the Wisconsin ties, or who knows where people come from, their history.
So, for example, the person who comes to mind is a character actor named M. Emmett Walsh.
Okay.
I'll pick this guy out of nowhere, and he's character actor, was around for many, many years. He passed away maybe the last year or so. I was actually able to find he was going to college in the 1950s, late 50s. I found his yearbook picture.
Get out.
His yearbook picture when he was probably 21, 22 years old. And especially what happens is after a person passes away, that's when you start to see the lineage portion, because it'll show parents, siblings, everything, and then you can just go back. I remember looking up, who was it? Well, here's one for you, Jimmy Stewart.
Oh, I was going to say, that's right, my neck of the woods over in PA, Indiana.
Yep.
Well done, Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah, and you can see who his parents were and his grandparents, and it goes back, I don't know how far, but you can literally find out. Other famous presidents, all the presidents are basically listed in there. It's quite something. Especially once they've passed. Living persons, it's a little bit tougher, but persons who have passed on, it's a treasure trove.
Well, and if people are confused about this or don't know how to work it, if you go to Mayville Library, I'm sure that there would be someone there that to be able to help you, whether it is your own lineage that you're trying to look into.
Oh, yeah. You know what? You want me to find a president for you? I'll find him.
Hey, that's perfect. We're looking for Bradford. If we find Bradford, you're there to help us.
Exactly.
Well, that's what directors do. They direct.
Well, that's the idea. Yeah, right.
Well, I love that, and it's just crazy how fast the time goes. I've had a blast with you this morning, but we only have about a minute or so left. I'd love to give you the floor. Anything that we haven't talked on yet that you'd like to really hammer home for the people over there with the Mayville Library?
Sure. The one big thing I wanted to just point out is we do have experience passes. This is another new thing in the library world, which is really, really great. It allows you to pick up a day pass or a pass for several days, pending it varies, at discounted or even free admission. And we've got a gazillion passes. At least I think we have a gazillion passes. We've got passes for the Children's Museum of Fond du Lac, the Wisconsin Maritime Museum, which I've been to, by the way. Fun time. Get to go on a sub.
Oh, get out.
Yeah, there's an old World War II Gato sub.
I should have worn my Edmund Fitzgerald pin in today. I hear maritime. I was all about it.
Good one. Wisconsin Historical Society, the Betty Brinn Children's Museum, the Mitchell Park Domes,
I'm sorry, I'm still new to the area. I failed you on this one.
The Mitchell Park Domes, you've got to go there.
Oh, this is good to know.
3 giant domes, and they're all different types of floral. There's a desert version. There's a, I think, it's been a while, what do you call it, jungle type version, and then another version. I can't remember what it is. It's down in Milwaukee. It's a lot of fun.
I did not even know about that. Yeah, I'm only working on like a year and a half back in Wisconsin now. Still got the East Coast ties. I got to keep going. This is why we love talking with people like you, Bradford, because it's helping me out. And I know there's people at home that would love to see this stuff as well.
The next time we talk, we'll talk about the domes.
I can't wait for that. Well, Bradford, I know we're going to have you back on, but it was a pleasure to get to know you today. And I know it sounds like we have a lot of exciting things over at Mayville. And only 6 weeks in for you, it sounds like you've already made your mark. So congratulations on the roll and very, very happy holidays.
Thanks a lot, Wally. You too.
Absolutely. We're going to throw it to break now. When we come back, we got to talk about a unique house down here in Beaver Dam that has some unbelievable Christmas decorations up. We'll have him in here next. That's on Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. Rob Reiner's son Nick is expected to appear in court today, facing charges of first-degree murder and the killing of his parents. The Los Angeles County DA announcing the charges on Tuesday. ABC's Trevor Ault in L.A.
Sources say Saturday night, Nick Reiner and his father got into an argument at Conan O'Brien's holiday party, where Nick was described as acting strangely. Reiner's been open about his longtime battle with drug addiction, previously estimating he's been to rehab at least 18 times.
Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle's bodies discovered by their daughter Romy on Sunday afternoon. Former Justice Department Special Counsel Jack Smith on Capitol Hill for a closed-door interview with House Republicans about his investigations into President Trump. President Trump will witness the dignified transfer of remains for 2 National Guard members killed in Syria today at Dover Air Force Base. The Warner Brothers board urging shareholders to reject Paramount's hostile bid and take the offer from Netflix. This is ABC News.
Hey, it's Stacy from Slumberland, Beaver Dam and Watertown. Stay tuned to my friends here at 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge, live from the Slumberland Furniture Studio.
Today's news and sports headlines are brought to you by Prairie Ridge Health. They're here for every age and stage of life. Find more information at prairieridge.health.
From the Daily Dodge News Center, I'm Terry Bell. Some Dodge County government buildings are overdue for fixing up. Architects told the county board last night the Henry Dodge building is in such bad shape it should probably be torn down. They also flagged urgent needs in the medical examiner's office and other departments. The full plan, including cost estimates, will come to the board at a future meeting. A Fond du Lac man is sentenced to 30 years in prison for his role in a deadly drug deal last year. A jury convicted Dawson Miller of felony murder in September. He was sentenced Monday. Prosecutors say he helped set up the meeting where his girlfriend stabbed a woman. The victim crashed her vehicle while trying to drive away and died at the hospital. Fond du Lac police thought they were dealing with a man with a gun near Winnebago Lutheran Academy yesterday afternoon. Now they say it was just the man's sister trying to get her brother into trouble. The call triggered a large police response and the school was put on lockdown. Police now say it was a case of swatting the whole time. The police chief plans to press charges. 51 nonprofits throughout Dodge County are getting money through the latest round of grants from the Beaver Dam Area Community Foundation. They'll share $54,500 in donations. There's a complete list of Cycle 2 awards on the foundation's Facebook page. A Milwaukee judge is on trial herself, accused of obstructing federal immigration authorities by trying to hide an undocumented immigrant last spring. Hannah Dugan supporters have been rallying outside the federal courthouse. Prosecutors say Dugan knew what she did was illegal. She could get 6 years in prison. I'm Terry Bell, reporting from the Daily Dodge News Center. Submit your news tips at dailydodge.com.
Award-winning news you can count on. WBEV.
In sports, the Packers have 16 players on their injury report as they get ready for the Bears on Saturday Night Football. Christian Watson may be ready to play, while right tackle Zach Tom and defensive back Evan Williams more of a question mark. That kickoff is set for 7:20 Saturday on 95.3 WBEV. The Badger women's volleyball team faces Kentucky tomorrow night in Kansas City in the national semifinals. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. on ESPN Beaver Dam. Beaver Dam boys hockey and boys basketball picked up victories last night. You can see all the high school scores on the scoreboard at DailyDodge.com. Beaver Dam High School junior McKenna Nelson committed to play NCAA Division I college golf at Bowling Green in Ohio this past weekend. That's your Daily Dodge Sports Center. I'm Wade Bates on 95.3 WBEV.
At Prairie Ridge Health, our rehab team is here to help you restore mobility, regain independence, and get back to doing what you love. With state-of-the-art facilities and a compassionate team of physical and occupational therapists, we're proud to serve our communities in Columbus, Beaver Dam, and Sun Prairie. Early morning and evening appointments are available. Schedule a visit today at prairieridge.health. Prairie Ridge Health, inspired by you.
Today's news and sports headlines were brought to you by Prairie Ridge Health. They're here for every age and stage of life. Find more information at prairieridge.health.
Hosting a community event or just looking for something fun to do in our area? Visit the events page on DailyDodge.com. Presented by Watertown Regional Medical Center.
Lots of sunshine today with highs around 33. Southwesterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Slight chance of rain. Tonight, lows level off around 28. Cloudy skies expected. Overcast skies. Tomorrow, rain likely, then mixing with and changing to all snow. High of 40. A dusting of snow tomorrow through tomorrow night. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Right now, it's 32 degrees.
Hope you're ready, Dodge County, because Papa's in the house. Papa John's is celebrating their grand opening for their brand new location at 820 Park Avenue, Saturday, December 27th. Be one of the first 200 people and receive a free small pizza. Plus, don't miss free slices from noon to 2 p.m., games, prizes, and your chance to win pizza for a whole year. You will be able to call them at 920-319-4125. Enjoy their better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's opening soon in Beaver Dam.
Attention Dodge County area nonprofits. Do you support children and families in need? Then now's the time to apply for the 2026 Good Karma Brands John Moser Children's Radiothon. For over 25 years, the Radiothon has raised millions of dollars to help local organizations like yours make a real difference. Deadline is January 31st. Apply today on the Radiothon page at DailyDodge.com and be part of something powerful for our kids and community.
Holiday feasts are on at the market at Beaver Dam. Get Grandpa's award-winning holiday kielbasa just $3.99 a pound, and Angus Pride boneless beef chuck roasts are $6.99 a pound. Grab Granny's Bakery fresh butter and egg buns, a dozen for just $2.99. Make entertaining easy with Taylor Farms veggie florets and medleys, just 2 for $4, and top it off with Granny's homemade veggie and chip dips, only $4.99 a pound. Plus, Pepsi 6-pack bottles are 4 for $12. Happy holiday season from the market at Beaver Dam.
Listen to Green Bay football all season long on 95.3 WBEV. Each game will announce a Columbus Family Dental Mystery Player of the Game. Remember who that mystery player is. Then listen to the 95.3 WBEV morning show the next business day right around 8:15. Be the correct caller when we ask who was the Columbus Family Dental Mystery Player of the Game. Get it right and you'll win a Sonicare toothbrush and be entered in the drawing for the end of the season mystery prize. It's the Mystery Player of the Game presented by Columbus Family Dental.
Hi, this is Randy, owner of Professional Floor Covering, and you're listening to Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Welcome
back to Hometown Today from 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering, also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. Christmas shopping in downtown Beaver Dam and going to McKinstry's to get that special gift for the home. Oh, that creates some special memories. At McKinstry's, they're celebrating their 167th Christmas in downtown Beaver Dam, and they're celebrating with a store-wide holiday sale. They invite you to make your Christmas memories by offering you 6 floors of great gifts for the holidays. Gift ideas include things like Christmas pillows for just $15, lighted Christmas pictures starting at just $9, or create new memories by giving a Tiffany lamp, an area rug, or a curio cabinet. They've got many Tiffany lamps starting at just $99, and they've got over 100 Lazy Boy recliners in stock and ready to go for Christmas. And how about maybe a lift for mom or dad or grandma or grandpa? Lift chairs make great gifts, and they start at just $499. So head to McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam and save during their holiday sale. Hurry in. Sale ends December 23rd. We head back down to the Daily Dodge TV studio and more with Wally.
Thank you very much, Kale. And this is something that you and I have been excited about because I know you're a big Christmas decoration guy yourself. I'm excited. We have James Droznek in here, a Beaver Dam resident who's gone above and beyond this year with his own Christmas decorations. And it's a very unique display in its own right.
It is, yeah. Mm-hmm.
James, I would love, first of all, thank you for being here. Happy holidays. But I'd love to hear what was the inspiration to doing what you're doing.
Well, thank you for having me. It's kind of exciting. So we'll start way back when I was a little boy. Christmas has always been my thing. I don't know if it's because of the lights, the glitter, but carolers were my thing in villages. Like, I would just stand there and look at them.
I love that.
Yeah. So then 2017, I was living in Australia. I got a taste of Christmas. Like, my partner and I, we went out and like did a display. It was 80 hours we spent out there.
Wow, yeah. 80 hours.
80 hours.
We got to be close to that. I drove by. For people that don't know, by the way, I want to first of all set the scene. Where can they drive by? Because I know that people are going to want to see this display themselves.
Yeah, they do. On Pleasant Street, 415.
415 Pleasant Street.
Yep.
So we drive by there. This is something that you've obviously had a passion for your whole life, but this is the first year that you've done what you're doing now.
Yes, oh God, yes.
And what can you explain? Because some people like myself, when I drove by, I'm like, this is obviously very elaborate, very cool, but there's a story to what you're doing this year.
Yeah, I built a story off of it, but how it came was I discovered Marketplace. There was a little red button up there, so I clicked it. I'm like, oh, what is this? And then carolers came up, blow molds or like the plastic things, and they were carolers, and they were $300 a piece. I was like, don't want to spend $300. I'm like, I'll just make my own. So I'm like, I'll buy some mannequins.
And then look out. And all of a sudden, we have what we have today.
Yeah, the carolers came, and then they needed people to listen to them. So then I bought the twin sisters, and then one has a boyfriend, and then the other sister came, and then they needed friends, and then it just blew up. And then I was doing research, and then James Paul Getty, he was the first oil company in the U.S., and his daughter, Ivy Shea, they're in the purple. Her and her husband, they found land in upstate New York, and then, it just started to revolve, and then I was adding more people, and then I picked up something from Marketplace, some bins from this elderly lady, and then she had something else like a month or so later. So I went back, and she's like, James, I have a question for you. I'm like, oh, God. She's like, would you take my wedding dress and put it in your display somewhere? She's like, I don't care if it's the lace, a button, just something. So that's where the wedding scene came from.
Wow. So again, there's a lot of people that are going to go out. This is all different stories.
Right, yeah.
And we have some pictures today that people that are listening on the radio, I'd recommend go to Daily Dodge TV and watching on Hometown Today. I'm going to put up a few right now, if you don't mind, James.
Sure.
And I'd love to hear a little bit about the story. We'll start first with this couple in purple. Can you tell me a little bit about what we're seeing here and who this is about?
Sure. That's James Paul Getty's daughter, Ivy Shea. And that's her husband, Harold. They're the ones that discovered the land in upstate New York. And they just started adding people to their village. And then each person has a part in the village. Like there's a doctor, there's nurses, there's the librarian. And then they built a bar, they built a restaurant. And it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Well, and after the couple, we got to pull up here. We have a family.
There's the carolers.
We got carolers here. So is that what this one is? This specific to anybody, or just in general? You want to have some carolers represented here as well?
Yeah, and that's where it started. Is because the carolers, I wanted the blow molds, and then I'm like, I'll just buy mannequins, which cost me probably like 6 times as much as the 300. But
hey, but it's a one-time cost. You get to keep it now, and it's going to be back up, I'm sure, again next year.
I don't know. I think I might do a different thing. I don't know.
Ooh, that's good. Go year to year. There's a chance that we got a different story out there.
Yeah, I don't know yet.
Well, that's cool. And then this is where I drove by. So at night, when I'm creeping by at like 3 miles an hour, you get to see a fully lit display. You get stories all over the yard. I have to ask you, is there something that you almost take extra pride in, that you're really excited for people to get to see this year?
Well, you don't have it pictured.
Oh, go figure.
I know. It's actually the girl in the purple, the Ivy Shea. Her sister is Francesca Frankie Doyle. So they're two complete opposites. Ivy found the land in upstate New York, and their dad died of congestive heart failure, which is true.
Sure.
So Frankie, she moves to Hawaii and lives the luxury life, and she likes the paparazzi, and because that's kind of me.
Oh, so right there with you.
I was like, my dream world, like I was putting like a fairy tale, I guess, behind like what I would want behind my village. I don't know. Does that make sense?
It does make sense.
It's crazy.
Well, and you had mentioned to me when we got started today too, that one of the things that you were thinking about was getting the community involved and giving them something that was a little unique and different than what you typically see when you're driving down the street. Well, what was the community impact that you've seen? I'm sure people have been driving by, stopping like me, being like, wow, this is awesome. I got to see what's going on here.
Right, yeah. So we did an Elf on the Shelf giveaway. We did a boy and a girl this year. And then we were doing letters to Santa. I don't know if I can say this online. But
well, Santa was writing back, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah. Santa was up until midnight the other night writing back to these kids.
That's fantastic.
We actually have Santa, Mrs. Claus, and some elves coming this Sunday.
Wow. So is that for people that can also come out there as well?
Yeah, anybody's in. Well, it's a private party.
Well, there we go. I like that. Well, is there, whether it be a page or any way, if people want to learn more about what these are, that people can go out and dive into the stories?
Yeah, so July is when I really started to like get involved and like start doing stuff. So it's way over the 80 hours.
Oh my gosh, July, you're talking about 5 months of preparation.
Yeah. I was ripping stuff apart, putting different stuff in, and it's wild.
When did you start actually putting it up? I'll dive back into the question before.
I think beginning of November.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, this is like a true like half a year project that you got to be so fired up to see what it's become already.
Right.
You're still putting things out.
Yeah, probably until July or January 6th when we have to shut everything off. So I hurt my back in 2018 and I suffer from really bad depression. And my aunt Jody has been a huge help. Like we had a falling out a couple of years ago and we weren't talking really. But when she got wind of this Christmas display, she's like, oh, I got to get in there. So then we actually started talking again, and now we talk every day.
I was going to say, it brought the family close together, too.
So that's kind of exciting.
It is. I mean, that's half the reason what this time of year, it is about getting reconnected with the ones that you love and being close to people. And that's part of what you're trying to do here with this as well. I could see even with the Christmas vacation hat on, this is your favorite time of year.
Yeah. I had shirts made from my display. I think I'm wearing one, actually.
Oh, let's see it.
I sure am.
Nicely done. Oh, yeah, we got to have that. Okay, perfect. If people at home, make sure that you're watching on the Daily Dodge YouTube page. But you have pictures all over this. I see you have Welcome to Shays Frozen Park on the back. Yeah. And this is a Christmas walk in Pleasant Street. Are you at this point with like people coming over? Are they able to walk around the sidewalk? You're just asking to be respectful and
no, on the sidewalk they can't. So
stay on the sidewalk, of course.
I have the 16 cameras on, so I sit in my living room and just watch the cameras and watch people walk by, and then I screen record it, and then it's kind of exciting to me. So.
Well, good for you. That sounds like a really fun thing that you have over there. I've already driven by a couple times. Now that I know a little bit more about the stories too, I'll make sure. But like I cut you off before. For people that want to learn more about what is being displayed, do you have a place for people to learn?
Yeah, so I started a Christmas page in the beginning of August. It's called A Christmas Walk in the Park on Pleasant Street. And the first couple of weeks, it like bloomed kind of. Like there was 200 and some new followers, and now we're at just shy of 600.
Oh, that's fantastic. In first year of doing this.
What is it, like 6 months, 5 months?
Yeah. Well, now, and I know that you said you don't know what it'll look like next year, but can people expect there to be something like this again going into the future? Or we're going to see how we feel on January 7th.
You got to take this all down and you got to store it and
take a deep breath in January and get the kind of unwind for a little bit before I'm sure you get to redecide what's going to happen.
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so
and if I get the help, because I can't lift and stuff, so like my aunt really has been a huge help, and she's at my beck and call. I message her and she's there in like 5 minutes. It's so nice.
James, it's been a real pleasure to get to talk with you this morning. We only have about a minute left, but
I got one more story I want to tell.
I was going to say
quick.
I want to give you the floor.
Yeah.
What else do we need to know?
So I was out there putting up stuff the other day, and they were 78 and 71-year-old ladies. They stopped me and they're like, we had a #1 display in Beaver Dam that we really liked. It was on Parallel Street. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, we're on Parallel Street. She's like, I don't know, over there. Well, our house is behind Parallel Street. It was our backyard that they were talking about.
Your backyard was even getting favorite calls. It wasn't even seen all that you had to show on the other side.
Right, yeah.
Well, good for you. I know that I'll probably be driving by again, so when you just see the slow-moving silver car, it's Wally out there. Don't be too worried about the bozo going by. But, hey, James, thank you so much for joining us. Happy holidays to you, and looking forward to seeing if you do this again next year, what it looks like.
Yeah, we'll see. Well,
thanks you, James. We appreciate it, and I guess happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you also. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to send us into our final break today. When we come back, Kale and I are going to let you know what's going on right here in Dodge County. That's next here on Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Need new appliances for the holiday season? Menards is the place to shop.
Huge thank you once again to James Droznek being able to talk about that fantastic display that he's putting on out there. I tell you what, Kale, he was telling me even right before we left today that he's got something that's from like 94 years ago. He has some things like Christmas bench that Santa's going to be with that's been passed down 6 generations. Wow. So make sure you go out there and check it out. That's a heck of a story.
That is incredible. It really is a unique display. I definitely encourage folks to go on Daily Dodge TV on YouTube and check out some of the pictures we shared. But more importantly, just get out there to Pleasant Street and check it out sometime between now and January 6th. Because, yeah, he's put a lot of good work into it. It's pretty, and I admit it's very unique. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like it.
Unique was the perfect word to describe it. It's got its own story to it. So you're right. Go out there, check it out. It's Beaver Dam. We're not that big of a city. You don't have the excuse. So go roll by and make sure you go out and down Pleasant Street and see what James Droznek has got cooked up for us. But, Kale, I got to throw it over to you. Couple minutes left here today. What's going on, my man?
Christmas. We are, tomorrow? We're a week away from Christmas already. Crazy to think. We were talking. Yeah, we were talking. I know. It's crazy.
I'm in trouble with gifts. It's not good.
Hey, I don't get the shaming of the last-minute gift shopping because if it's under the tree by 11:59 on December 24th, does it really matter when it was purchased?
Hey, it got there in time. Kale, I need you around when people are giving me a hard time. This is what I needed.
I don't get it. I'm not paying any more extra money to be shopping for it that late. I don't get why it's a problem. I wouldn't want to go out in the stores that late. Okay, well, I'm not making you. I am. I'm not asking you to go out and I don't know. I don't get the shaming. I think there's nothing wrong with last-minute gift shopping.
My man, I'm right there with you, Kale.
Speaking of Christmas, though, yesterday we were talking about our special Christmas Eve, Christmas Day programming lineup here on 95.3 WBEV. Got a lot of great stuff. If you missed it, we've got that over on DailyDodge.com. You can find the list there. Just click on 95.3 WBEV at the top left of the page, and you can find it. We've also got it up on our Facebook page, WBEV Radio, so you can see that whole lineup. Really excited. I mean, we've got the Red Kettle Concert. We've got Wayland Academy Lessons and Carols. We got Beaver Dam Area Orchestra. We've got St. Stephen's. We got First Lutheran. We've got that Mannheim Steamroller special. So it's going to be really, really great. You're going to really want to just keep it on WBEV during your Christmas Eve and Christmas Day festivities. Wally, you were. I know it's been a packed week too of high school sports. You were you at the rink or the field house yesterday?
I was at the rink, but it didn't matter if you went to either one because you got to see a Beaver Dam win either way, and that's all that matters, Kale.
Always good news when the Beaver Dam win. We got, another game coming up tomorrow night?
We sure do. Oregon's back in town. This time it's the girls' basketball team that'll be taking on the Golden Beavers as they look to continue their hot start to the season. So make sure you're over there at the game for that one, or you do tail along on Daily Dodge TV. Last thing as we walk out the door today, Kale, I had a blast as always. McKenna Nelson joined us on the Damn Sports Show yesterday. Want to give her a massive congratulations. Committed to Bowling Green to golf. She's going to be fantastic. The first recruit there for Bowling Green in 2 years. That's how much this program was like, we are making sure if we can get McKenna Nelson in the door, we're getting her in the door. And you'll be able to hear that full interview. Wade Bates threw that up on the Daily Dodge Sports tab as well. So if you want to go back and listen to her interview, her reasonings ago, that is a great place to look. But Kale, I think that just about does it for us here today. We're going to be back same time, same place tomorrow with another edition of Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
The Summit Automotive